At the end of class, Inuzuka shared movie tickets with Izumi that a work colleague had given him. Inuzuka couldn't go himself because he had a job. Izumi thanked his friend and wished him luck at work. At this time, Shikimori was staring at Izumi with a great hope that Izumi would invite her to the movie. Izumi noticed Shikimori's gaze and invited her to the movie. Shikimori accepts without thinking and says that she is free. At home, Izumi imagined going to the movies with Shikimori and waited patiently for the next day. Then the guy realized that the movie should be prepared properly and began to remember the awkward situations that he had. For example, when he didn't take into account the bad weather, he would lose his wallet and with it all his pocket money. And Shikimori was smiling the whole time, pretending that nothing terrible had happened. Izumi wanted to think of something so that Shikimori wouldn't suffer because of him. Izumi started preparing for every trouble. He took 3 umbrellas in case it rained, tied his wallet so it wouldn't get lost, took towels in case they both got wet, and so he had a large and heavy bag. When Izumi decided to try to put on the backpack, he couldn't stand on his feet because of the weight and fell down. His parents came running to his room, but Izumi assured them that everything was fine. Shikimori also reads a magazine called How Not to Overdo It and Appear Cute. In it she reads that she should wear a dress more often, because guys like it and ruffles to emphasize femininity. Shikimori started trying on different outfits, but she didn't like anything. Then her brother comes into her room and asks her not to yell. He noticed the pile of clothes on the bed and Shikimori explained to him that she was going to the movies with a friend. With a smirk on his face, he wished her luck and closed the door. The next day, Izumi left early so that Shikimori wouldn't have to wait for him. His morning was as usual. Before leaving, his heavy backpack was torn and he walked the lost girl to the nearest police station. As he approached the meeting place, Izumi was sure he wasn't late, but Shikimori arrived before him as usual. Izumi really liked her outfit and looked at every detail. On the way to the movie, he imagined kissing her, but then he settled down and began to chase such thoughts away. Shikimori noticed Izumi's face was red and worried that he had a fever, but Izumi convinced her otherwise. At the movie theater, they looked at the list of movies and didn't know what to watch. Shikimori decided to rely on Izumi's choice and he admonished her about how they always do only what Izumi wants. This time Izumi decided to watch what Shikimori liked to get to know her better. Shikimori chose a horror movie about a clown, but Izumi didn't like that choice. Shikimori said that the horror movie had blown up social media and that's why she wanted to watch it. Izumi remembered watching horror movies at home and realized that nothing scary would happen in the theater. Plus, he realized that he had an opportunity to show his manhood while watching it. Before the screening, Izumi asked Shikimori to warn him if she was scared. The movie showed a boy who was reading a book on the set. He noticed a balloon and ran after it. The balloon led him to a circus located deep in the woods. When he saw the clown, he thought it was going to be fun, but he noticed that there was someone inside the balloons. At this point Izumi becomes very sick and scared, but Shikimori puts her hand and calms him down. After the movie, Izumi thanked Shikimori for her help and said that he felt calm around her. Izumi suggested a snack and they went to a cafe. They chose a dish that looked very tasty but was expensive. When Izumi reached for his wallet, he found that he had lost it again. Even the string didn't help. When Izumi apologized for what had happened, they met his parents. Shikimori called her parents mom and dad. Izumi reported the loss of the purse and then the parents offered to eat sweets at their house. At the table, Mama wanted to serve the food to everyone, but accidentally dropped the appliance so that the fork flew into Izumi's face, but Shikimori saved him again. Her parents were delighted, and Shikimori realized that they were all of the same blood. Shikimori really enjoyed the dish and felt like she was in a restaurant. Her parents said they would be happy to see Shikimori if she stopped by more often. When Izumi fell asleep on the couch, Shikimori decided to help her mother wash the dishes. The mother thanked Shikimori for spending a lot of time with Izumi and suggested that she look at the children's album. The mother told about Izumi's elementary school. He came in every day frazzled and his mother was constantly worried, and couldn't see him off with a smile. Since she's been watching him for 16 years, she can't be surprised. Even if there's a hole in the house, she'll be calm. Mom suggested that her son doesn't worry about himself. He's always smiling and thinking of others. Shikimori had another opportunity to show off her agility and Mama thanked her. In the end, Mama Izumi asked Shikimori to try not to fall out of love with him, because he is always unlucky and Shikimori might not have it easy. Shikimori couldn't agree with her mother and said that Izumi does get into trouble a lot and he seems unhappy to others, but Shikimori never once thought that he was unhappy, because being unlucky is not a disadvantage. In Shikimori's opinion, Izumi's kindness is formed by his constant bad luck. He knows better than anyone how unpleasant pain is. But at the same time, he does not dwell on himself and he is able to empathize with other people. Shikimori thought Izumi was a strong and cool guy and she promised Mother to protect her son. After saying that, Mother wanted to date Shikimori herself. When Izumi was woken up, he saw Shikimori playing console with his father. Izumi was happy that his girlfriend had befriended his parents. As Izumi walked Shikimori home, they discussed who liked what movies and they decided that next time they would go to a friendship movie.